listeners like you. By listeners like you, our revenge is made possible. By listeners like you. By listeners like you, our revenge is made possible. By listeners like you. Listeners like you. Our revenge is made possible by listeners like you. By listeners like you, our revenge is made possible.
Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. HappyCattyCrypto here. So, good evening, good morning, from wherever you are in the world, welcome to this evening's live stream. And I think this is an important one. I feel like you should be guided through this process tonight, as it's estimated and it's not guaranteed that it's going to happen on that block. It could happen after that block. It could happen a little bit before. But what I want is to be here to make sure that when this countdown ends, that I can sort of guide you through it, make sure that you understand anything that's going on. And if it does start to get, an hour in front, we can also make contact with other people and stuff like that. But like I said, I'm really here to just help guide you through this evening and make sure everything goes all right. So as long as everybody's okay, slap some penguins down in the chat. And just let me know if the sound's okay, if the music's not up too loud in the background, because it's not always easy tweaking all of the settings when you're doing so many different interviews of people and stuff like that. So I'm not going to really come off of this screen. I'm sort of going to teeter between here and the price and see how the price reacts and see if we actually start to make a crazy move upwards. The other thing that I want to keep an eye on is the total, not the total supply, sorry, the circulating supply. And I think it's really important that we pay attention now to this. We pay attention to all of these other things that we've been looking at and see how the hot wallet reacts. Because if there's users' coins, and this is a lot of users' coins, surely we should see a big drop out of this wallet of people moving their coins now to their Terra Station wallet. So it'll be really interesting. So let's get back to the blocks until staking. So you may hear me moan and groan during this, and it's just, painkillers and the pain in my back and stuff sometimes takes my breath away and I get shooting pains. So sometimes I might sound a little bit grumpy, but I'm not. I'm 100% here, as I always have been since the start of the capitulation. And there's a lot of people who have jumped on board, and it's absolutely amazing to have captured all of these people now, because that's why I started doing this, because no one was talking about it. And now to see all of these influencers talking about it makes me so happy, because we're a community that can, we're the community that has, we've done, and we're doing. We're setting an example as to how a coin should be run. So Shiba Inu in itself is a community experiment, so to speak. I think that's what it goes down as, but it's kind of a failed experiment. The circulating supply is well out of touch, and the balance between coin distribution's crazy, and we really have got something here with LUNACLASSIC, and we was presented with an opportunity that a lot of people are not going to get. If this is the next .com era, then we're in the birth of it. We're the pillars, the founding set in stone. You're so early into this. It's going way back to like John McAfee days and stuff like that, and man wasn't here lunatic. So there's just so many good things that are going to start to happen now once the staking's re-enabled. And one of those things is all the little utilities that rely on staking. One of these people are Lunapunks. Now, I've worked with Lunapunks quite closely to get the staking re-enabled via the smart contract system. And I've also learnt from that how to create staking on my own NFTs that I provide to people. So not only have we helped someone, but we've learned along the way. The penguin in front and the penguin behind is educating one another and ensuring that people that are joining the crowd daily are being educated. And we really do just have something that all crypto needs, and it's absolutely insane. And I know a lot of people are probably not going to stake today because they're so set in their ways as to when they want to stake, how they stake, and why they want to stake. And a lot of people are saying, who am I going to stake with? So I'm going to go 50-50, okay? I'm going to go 50% of my coins with all nodes. I'm going to put 50% with LUNCDAO's node, because I want to diversify my stake whilst I wait for our node to be up and running. And once our node's up and running, obviously I'm going to be saying to you folks, come stake with us, redelegate with us. And that's just the way the cookie crumbles when you're a validator. You want to be the best validator that there can be, because we've all relied on Orion Money's vote quite heavily, and everybody will back me up on that. And instead of having to do that now, we're creating a node that's community led, controlled by the community. Everything that happens is voted through an internal governance system, which is a replication of the Terra Station. And it's just so fair, it's smart, it's professional, and no one can cheat our system. It's a well built out thing, and to have that attached to a node is, once again, having a community led node inside a community led coin. And a lot of people say, you know, proposal after proposal after proposal, but if we didn't have the proposals, it would just be a dictatorship. It would be someone else making all the decisions for us, but that's not the case. We get to make those decisions. We get to choose what we want, when we want it, and how we want it. If we wanted someone's picture of their dog to be the new mascot, if we had a mascot, or if we want to get a mascot, we could vote that through. You just put it through as a text proposal, and if we voted it through and someone was there to carry that out, you could make it happen. That's the beauty of governance. And going over now quickly, whilst it's just, you know, counting down, we're at 653 blocks. We'll keep teeter-totter in between. We'll check the price quickly. It's looking good. Hopefully we push up out of this, because no one likes to see a double top. If you don't know what a double top is, Google crypto double tops and it will kind of explain that for you. So going back to Terra Station, and everything that this whole system in itself is so professional. We have the ability to interlink and interweave NFT programs. You can do pretty much anything with the D app, which is just a decentralized application, and you can make it do whatever you wanted it to do. You could make, I don't know, the Flappy Bird game, but instead it'd be a Lunk coin with wings, and you could generate ads off of that, and you could use those ads to burn, or you could use it for so many other things. You could use it to fund a node, so you could cover your running costs for your node. There's just so many things that you can do. And the good thing right now at the moment is the active sets going back up, and a lot of people are saying, well, what about jailed validators? Are they actually in jail? This just means the node is offline, from what I could make out. So big shout out to LUNCDAO as well for getting Galactic Punk's node. I would have absolutely loved to have obviously been handed a node, but I'm just not that interwoven that deeply to have that kind of trust from people to have a node passed to me, because I'm very new in the crypto space. As a lot of you know, I started doing this, like I said, to help this community. And when I started doing this, it was chaos. It was just absolute chaos. And to do what we did, fight the fight that we fought, walk the paths that we've walked, and done everything else in between has led up to this. And it's so easy to get distracted and allow people to fight amongst themselves and not actually get anything done. And this is what Zardar and myself were speaking about, is we're not fighting amongst ourselves. Instead, we're just getting stuff done. Anything that's just irrelevant, pointless, back-to-back bickering, it's no good. No one wants to see that. Everybody wants to see this positive movement. You want to know that the coin you're invested in is strong. You know, it's so easy for projects to get up and walk away, isn't it? And just go, well, you know, we're done, we're finished now. But we are what I like to see as a new breed of just a community in crypto. Like, there's so many communities out there in crypto. There's so many amazing communities, but I've never seen one quite like LUNACLASSIC. And sometimes it feels like a dream. Does anybody else feel like they're dreaming sometimes than that? You're going to wake up from a dream and it's still going to be capitulating and stuff like that. I always feel like that, but we're here. And that's really not that long now as well until we get new validators able to come on board. And that's not just myself. There's going to be plenty of people trying to become validators and gain, you know, a large stake amount, because once we get to 130 validators, that then becomes the active set. And the 130th validator, from what I'm aware, will set the bar, meaning that you've got to have more LUNACLASSIC coins delegated to you than the 130th person, so you would knock them down. So it's an everlasting fight to get delegations. And as we've drawn closer and closer into this, you'll probably notice that a lot of people have gone into like their own factions, because they realize now like they want to get a node up and stuff like that. And I was jumping in and out of LUNCDAO's Twitter space last night, and I know they spoke about us quite a lot, and I really appreciate it. And there's just not many people out there that are just willing to build something and then give it to the community. And it's not always easy to do stuff like that. It's a leap of faith in my opinion, because you never know really how things are going to pan out. Nobody has a crystal ball, and anything can happen at any time. But the steering group that has been formed, I just can't explain how professional it's been. Wow, that was loud. How professional it's being treated. Why was that so loud? Wow. Let's see if we can turn the volume down for that one. Damn, Grandma. It was loud. Why? Who? What? Why? Where? When? Damn. Let's turn that down a little bit. God, I'm nearly deaf. Maybe it was was that loud for you guys? God, heavens. So let's see what's going on Twitter. Not much, rather quiet. It's because it's a Friday, isn't it? But there's so many of us in the LUNACLASSIC community. This is in my calendar on my phone. It's in my calendar on my wall. I have it written on my whiteboard too. And I've been constantly checking the whole way through this 20 minutes so far. Just keep trying to refresh the Terra station and try to stake my coins, but probably getting the same error message everybody else is. And you'll notice that error message, it gives you a block height. So you can actually see what the block height is, as well as seeing the block height on Lunk Penguins. And Lunk Penguins in itself, the website, is a work of art in my opinion, because this is something that each coin, it's like it should be like not so much a law, but it should be something that each coin that's created should have a page like this, where anybody who's invested in the coin can get as much data as they can about the coin that they're invested in. And who has a top burner system like this? Like, I just don't see it. Like, shibburn.com's really good, but at the same time, and we have a memo system, which I think's really, really cool. Whoever put the concept system of a memo in, well, obviously the concept of a memo holds its own weight in on a CEX, but I mean the ability to put a message in it's kind of inspiring, and it really helps show and put a little bit of love behind each burn, each transaction that's sent. I love it. It's brilliant. It's one of the things, it's the little things in crypto that count, in my opinion. And if we can just keep building up on all these little things all the time, they lead up to big things. And we have hit hurdles, but we've never been able to not jump over those hurdles. And there's people, they'll come, they'll go, and projects will rise, projects will fall. But one thing for sure is we've already fallen as a coin, and now we're getting back up. We've more than got back up. At this point, we're far from got up, and we're starting to jog down the road that we've been walking. And we have all of the validators. We've even inspired Orion Money to not set the sun on their project. So it just goes to show how much love you folks have put into this. And the person who builds Lunk Penguins itself, he's an absolute godsend. I mean, just what he's done. He doesn't charge me 1 penny. He doesn't moan about, oh, can you get this done? And can we get this done? And we need to put this up and take that down. He puts in so much work. He built our internal governance system as well, which, like I said, it's a replication of Terra Station. Our community can do parameter changes to our node via proposals. If the SG votes on it, it will happen, and it's automatic, because that's the way our whole system's been built, because we wanted to treat it as professional as we can. And you know, I just can't thank Strafe Cole enough. There's not enough I can give to him, but what I know is his head is exactly where my head is, and he sees exactly what I see, and he understands the system so amazingly well. So huge kudos to him. And the fact we've got a very solid chart up on here, and I'm sorry there's no USTC, possibly, maybe, you know, in the future it might happen, but right now it's definitely not doable right now. So looking at the block height, 564, estimated in at 10:35 UTC, which is around, I think, 40-50 minutes from now, depending on your time zone. So what do you folks think? Let me know in the comment section. Do you think it's going to happen on the dot? Because from what I know, from what I've seen and from what I've been told, like I've said to you folks many of times, is the blockchain's moving faster than it was pre-capitulation. So there's a lot more coins in the system, and there's a lot of people saying about the metric system needs change. And I've always said this, that it's all got to recalculate, and we wouldn't quite know exactly how much of we're going to be getting and how it's going to work. But what we do know is staking is just way more than just staking your coins and getting rewards. The system starts to be able to move again. The gears are not jammed anymore. We've pulled the pipe out. The gears are going to start going, and everything's going to start turning and churning again. And there's around a month, right, until we get the burn tax. So, well, I'd say it's less than a month now, until we get the burn tax, and that gives the blockchain time to get on its feet, to everything to get moving. And the good thing is, from what we can see, from the updates that we've seen, from the announcements Binance have made, we are going to be getting an off-chain burn, and not just from any CEX, from Binance specifically. And it's very important. Oh wow, John Herr, thank you so much for that $200 donation. I can't just thank you so much. Honestly, thank you for everybody that just supports these channels. I just want to take a minute to appreciate it, actually, because of how far we've come, and starting at the point of like posting a video where it's just a mouse moving around the screen. I'm too scared to talk, and I do get nervous and everything like that. But just wow, John, thank you. And every day that goes on, my life has changed. I get up in the mornings, and this is my full-time job now. I don't do anything else. I go from bed to chair. I get propped up in the chair. I have a nurse that comes and sees me every so often to sort me out, sponge bath me and stuff like that. So thank you so much, John. It all goes to a really good, to help me continue to do what I'm doing, and just, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Damn, Grandma. Thank you so much. Navigator Internet, thank you for the donations, folks. I really, really appreciate it. And on a day like today, like I've been saying, we've come so far as a community, and there is so many influencers who want to report about Luna. They want to be involved in Luna. They want to create projects that want to come on board for Luna, and everything, in my opinion, is just more forward positive momentum. And we're a layer 1 blockchain. We're not a token. We're not a meme coin. We have the chance and the ability to knock out some of the big players up there in the chart. And to see a coin like Shiba Inu up there just goes to show that our coin, it has such a huge future. Skitsy G, thank you for becoming a huddler. I really appreciate it. Navigator Internet, thank you so much. And John Herr, thank you so much as well. I really appreciate all the donations tonight. It just makes everything just amazing. And you know, I'm always so happy to provide content for you folks, and it's not always easy to traverse as an influencer, and we do get a lot of influencers that moan at us and say, you know, you're kind of ruining it for us, and why do you have to keep saying those things? And it's the truth. I can't be censored. I'm not going to allow someone to censor me. And the whole idea of not allowing a company to buy in and become associated with us, and we get so many people and so many companies do it. I must get about 4 or 5 emails a day now for both channels, and I'm just here for the community. I've never ever started any of this to gain fame, to gain glory, to gain money, to make gains or anything like that. I just want to help the community and be truthful and respectful to the people who actually drive everything, because everybody can write as many codes as they want. They can bring as many projects as they want. We can make as many NFTs as we like. But without the consumers, which is you folks, without the support of the community, and without usage of these coins with utility and things like that, it's just, you do everything. You're like, if you all just said, right, we're not going to buy peanuts anymore, and everybody agreed not to buy peanuts, the peanut market would absolutely crumble. You know, there would just be no one who'd want to sell peanuts because no one's buying the peanuts. And thank you so much, Robert Freeman, for that $20 donation. I really appreciate it. Michael Allen too. 25. What currencies RON? Can someone let me know? What will happen with Terra Classic Bridge? I have my LUNC in BEP20 MetaMask. My not financial advice, and I changed my wrapped Luna as soon as they made that announcement of shutting the Terra shuttle. I changed my own coins back into LUNACLASSIC. So, you know, that's what I did. So you can kind of make your own decisions, not financial advice. Michael Allen, I've been with you since the Full J, battling FUD as much as I can on Twitter and YouTube comments. Michael Allen, thank you so much. And I always see so many of you backing me up wherever we go. And anybody that normally FUDs about us, you folks are always there. There's always someone there to back us up and to have our back. And the FUD doesn't mean anything to me because the proof is in what we do. It's not what we talk about. It, like, there's so many people that talk about like crypto and they have such huge influences, but they don't use their influencers to, you know, they could contact some really high people with the backing that they have, because when they post something, it gets a lot of traction and you kind of not look more important, but you look more like you're wanting to help and stuff. And I just feel like if all these high up YouTubers got us involved in the communities for their cryptos as much as we do with you folks, things may get somewhere. And overall, it's not just about driving adoption for LUNACLASSIC, is it? It's about driving adoption for the whole overall crypto market. And if without a whole crypto market, it would just all fall apart. So every coin that's brought on board and into the crypto space, it's in everybody's best opinion really for everything to succeed. Because if this is the .com era and this really is the start of the next generation of internet, Web3, DApps, and all of that kind of stuff, then we're all part of something that's so... It's like back when you used to go on the internet, if you were in that generation, with the dial-up noise. And my uncle himself, he was part of the whole, I think, Silicon Valley era and part of the .com era and things like that, and part of the whole tech boom. And he lives in Canada now. I think his wife's like my age. So he's really like done well for himself. And it just goes to show, like, someone who placed themselves that well back in the .com era, it could really pay off for a lot of people. So yeah, a lot of people are asking who should I stake with. I can't go, yeah, stake with them, but I'm staking with LUNCDAO and all nodes. 50-50 split straight down the middle. 482 blocks until staking, folks. How are we all feeling? Let me know in the comments section. Let me know what you're sipping on too. I'm actually drinking, I don't know if I can say it, S-N-E-A-K. Yeah, that word. I can say sneak, can't I? I'm not promoting anything, you know? Just sick of drinking Red Bulls. Life on painkillers is like trying to stay awake at all times. Just going to take a sip, folks. Sorry about the shaking there. So yeah, it's 11:35 UK time, folks, that it should hit that average block. So as to it happening on that block, that's exactly why I'm here, to ensure that people don't start freaking out and you all understand that it's estimated for a reason and things like that. And I'm also here just to celebrate. We've gone through something that was pretty emotional, and a lot of the people that I've made friends with throughout this, like Vegas, Zardar, Ed, and many others that I've made friends with, like Luna V-Shape, and just so many more people, Hippie from Luna Punks, Metagloria, all of these people have just... They're all in this, not for themselves so much, but to push the movement, to bring something new, bring a utility, and not just sit there and procrastinate. But we've come so far that these people I've become very close with, because we all talk to each other all the time. And I mean, I put Coin in touch with so many people so that they could get more for their network and more for their CEX, and ensure that we are not just pushing the overall movement itself, but the overall adoption of crypto. And this is something that CZ Binance really pushes, is the overall adoption and ensuring that it is being adopted as fast as possible and as quick as possible. And them coming out and saying what they said about upgrading to V22 is in itself, it's amazing, because it's kind of proof, isn't it, that the likelihood of getting staking back's very high, seeing as in we had Zada whitelisting wallets before that statement, and the fact they haven't made the statement on Twitter but only on their website kind of shows that maybe they don't want to cause FOMO with it on a mass scale. But yeah, how's the price looking, folks? Still moving upwards. Really want us to just go off the page. Who wants that? I mean, we all want that, don't we? There's never a day that goes by and I look at it and I'm like, that just pump. Please just pump. But we have to be patient, and I know as well as a lot of people that having the moon mind set kind of plays with your emotions quite a lot, because you expect too much, and then you end up getting angry with yourself because what you thought might happen didn't happen. Then you feel disheartened in your own belief of what you understand and what you know. And it's all about educating people correctly to make sure that it's all ifs, buts and coconuts, so to speak. I think that's the best way to put it, because nothing's guaranteed. This coin capitulated previously because of a horrible entity which we still don't know, but at some point that'll come to light. There's nothing you can hide in crypto. Eventually someone will figure it out, someone will chase after it, and I believe Coinage is on their way to doing that at the moment. So yeah, really interesting. But yeah, it's good, isn't it, to see this movement? And if we measure it, should we measure it from the, let's go from a swing low to swing high. Let's have a little looky. So going up to the pinnacle, you're looking from the swing low to swing high 67%. Coming down to where we are now, we're up 60-ish%. So it's looking really good. And if a load of coins are going to get removed from the circulating supply, I don't know how long it's going to take to recalculate the metrics, because it's all unknown as to how the system's going to react. I think there's quite a lot of stuff that's been like jammed, and there's people who are on crap rewards, there's people who are on really good rewards and things like that as well. So as to a lot of people asking price predictions, I don't really do them, because I like to let it just make its own way up, not set, like I've been saying, high expectations or any kind of price expectations. Because if you're in this for profit, I totally get it, but the way I'm in this is to support the project that I believe in, and I believe in the developers that are leading the updates, and I believe in the community that's behind it. And it's all about believing, isn't it, in the thing that you're interested in. Because if someone comes up to you and says, well, you know, Fred's sisters, aunties, cats, dogs, cousins, uncles, birds, sixth cousins, parakeet said it's going to go to the moon. You invest, it doesn't go to the moon, you get angry. And creating that angry person who just got into crypto because someone said, you know, you can earn a lot of money. It's all about educating people and ensuring that people that are buying in and have bought in, that you're explaining to them exactly how the system works, why we have proposals. And there's not enough education. That's why there's just so much clickbait out there, because it's so much easier to clickbait you into a video get a little RPM off of you from your click and call it a day. And they just keep doing this over and over and over. And what we really want to see is more educational videos. And we created, if you don't know this, we have a playlist on both channels, which is Lunk Basics, and both of them will tell you everything you need to know, from creating a Terra Station wallet to staking your coins to redelegating them, undelegating them, moving them from CEX to Terra Station, from Terra Station back to CEX, and everything else in between. And we can always add to it as well. And there's a lot of people saying, well, you know, why are people selling out now? Why are people selling out now? A lot of people got burnt on the way down. If a lot of people remember, there were so many people buying in, and a lot of people may not just keep up to date with it and had seen that it was coming down and thought, oh, I can make some money off that because of how much it was before, and they might not even be involved in the overall movement. And it's good to see paper hands sell out, because it's good to have these rest and respite stages where we set resistance levels, we set support levels, and we've got good places to come back down and rely on, and not so much just going all the way up all of a sudden. It's just not healthy. But there's a lot of people who are saying we could start the next bull run, and as to that theory, crazier things have happened. Like, we never thought TFL would respond. I had to eat my words on that, and I'm quite happy to do that at any point. But just the fact that I just never thought TFL would get involved and merge the code, say to all of the validators, it's safe, you can update. They nailed it on the validator side of things. And I honestly believe they drove everything along way quicker. And yeah, we see them as bad people, and a lot of people see them as bad people because of the negative press. But ultimately, we all just want to move forward. We don't want to keep lulling about things and arguing amongst ourselves like Fat Man Terra had a lot of people doing. Instead of doing something with his following and his influence and his knowledge, he was just breeding hateful people. It pains me when I think back to how this started. Like, I was so angry. I've never been so angry in my life before, of going from live stream to live stream to live stream for like 2 days, saying you need to report about LUNACLASSIC, you need to provide some positive backing, and you need to report about that Duquan's possibly got a burn wallet, and all these other things that I had seen inside the Cosmos SDK when I looked into it deeply. And we really are in a great place now compared to back then. Like I said, it just wasn't easy for me. And like a lot of people say, you know, it's not easy as well, talking to so many people all the time. And a lot of people think I probably don't get nervous, which isn't the case. I get nervous all the time because I'm a human. It's totally normal to be nervous, and it's not always easy to just sit and talk into a microphone, because it's kind of like talking to yourself, but it's not, because I have so many people listening and wanting to know and wanting to understand more. And that's the best part about it. You're all willing to educate yourselves instead of just sitting there not putting the effort in. You're putting the effort in, and then you're likely educating the next person in front of you, the person behind you. So we really are a huddled community. And there's a few people who are like, oh, he's relating us to penguins, he's calling us penguins. And it's an analogy. Everybody who's got common sense knows what an analogy is and how to paint a visual image in one's mind to make it feel more comforting. And I've always and always will stand by the huddle theory, and the fact that we have all just been in this one tight huddle, constantly circling, constantly going round. And you know, we've never been paid for anything that we've done. Like, we've never accepted. The only thing we've ever been given is a cacti from Metagloria, and myself, Vegas, and Lunkdale got one gifted to us. We didn't really have a choice. They just got our wallet codes and dropped them in. And then we've been donated, so it's 10, 20 Lunapunks. And at first, these Lunapunks were donated to us so we could auction them for a 50% burn, 50% back to the donator. But that person came to me today, which is Luna V-Shape, and said, guess what, dude? you can burn 100% of all those proceeds and they're 100% yours. How cool is that? Like, people like this are amazing because the whole way through leading up to this, Luna V-Shape's been burning his staked rewards every day, just burning them when he could keep them, and he could control the market with the amount of Luna punks he's gained, but he doesn't. He's here like me to help you folks, and he does such a great job educating people inside our group and helping people move coins, and it's just good to keep seeing people like this coming forward. And you know, it's not always about being number one, it's always been about being a team player. Oh, by the way, we should see a burn coming from MEXC very soon because of their buyback and burn initiative, and then Vegas affiliated with them as well, so that people could sign up through Vegas's link or something like that, and it would, I don't know, burn a certain amount or something like that. So do look forward to that. And as quickly as this has arrived, burning will arrive, and before you know it, you'll look back, you'll be sat there around the fireplace with all your grandchildren like, I remember when we invested in LUNACLASSIC. It's like, yeah, Granddad, we've heard this one before, gah. But you get what I'm saying. You'll look back at this and you'll think to yourselves, wasn't that a funny time? Wasn't we living in a really, really funny time? And it's one of those ones. It wasn't funny at the time. Nothing about this was funny, but you'll look back at it and you'll think, look what we did. And you'll kind of chuckle because of all the disbelievers, all of the people that don't believe that we could do this. There's been so many of them. There's been so many people who've tried to dishearten me, discredit me and stuff like that. But ultimately, like I always say to you folks, the proof is in the pudding. Gabriel, thank you so much for that donation. Sorry I missed that. People asking about Happy. She's great. She's doing absolutely amazing. I think she's in her play tunnel at the moment. Happy? She's under the desk. She's actually under the desk, folks. Let's get back to the dashboard. 345 blocks, folks. Rolling in 626 people in here. Smash that like button, folks. Help get more people into this stream and help make sure that we don't have a huge, you know, butterfly effect of angry people that are going to go, oh, well, they said it was going to happen on this block and it's not happened. And it was estimated. It's never, ever 100% guaranteed down to the block. It's not something that the system can do because of the speeds and everything like that. But from what I've been told, from what I've seen, from what we've been going through, it looks like we're in good hands. Everything went as planned. There's been no blockchain halts or anything like that. And we're just doing swimmingly. So yeah, let's swing over quickly to the price. See, what we want to see now is a good ascension. Just go up to another level, so to speak, and just keep moving up, because there's a lot of people who do technical analysis and they'll go, oh, it's a double top. But it's, no one has a crystal ball, and the things I've seen happen in crypto is absolutely crazy. How's my back? Yeah, it's just getting on with it, honestly. So yeah, it's really good though. Just trying to get on with it and stuff, folks. You know how it be. So I hope someone's going to make a documentary about the whole LUNACLASSIC incident itself and the good side of it, instead of looking at the negative side, actually looking at the positives and going around and interviewing all the different people that were involved in it from the start to where we are now, and possibly any events that unfold afterwards. So yeah, it's going to be absolutely awesome when we get staking back, because I'm also not going to be staking my coins. Like I said, I'm going to be staking my Luna punks, and these are the ones that we've been gifted. And if I tap into one, you can see that I've got claimable rewards. And this is because the reward system still works for the staking on these, but they're built off of the old metric system. So for obvious reasons, the reward is tiny, like tiny, because back then there was barely any coins compared to what there is now. So this will all change once the staking comes back and the metrics are back on board. But yeah, each one of these will be auctioned at some point in community platforms, and all the proceeds will go to burn. So really good way to support not only the Luna Classic community, but it's kind of, it just keeps all of that liquidity in the Classic chain, and that's what it's all about, is keeping utility in the Classic chain. Any transactions that are done, any currencies that are used, all to do with Luna Classic, and you can only buy these with Luna Classic. You can't use USTC, only Luna Classic coins. That's the best part. And the even better part, realistically, is the fact they've survived the capitulation. So a lot of projects that shut down and just gave up and walked off like Galactic Punks, these guys didn't do that. Okay, they survived it. They're still with us and everything like that. Oh my lord, it's, for some reason it's got really hot in here. I'm just going to take my jumper off, folks. Got to take my headset off too for a second. So, how many blocks have we got? 310 blocks. It's looking really, really, really good. I'm so excited. It feels like an eternity, doesn't it, that we've all been here walking this road. Thank you very much, Ari, for that $3 donation. I really, really appreciate it. Lacey Anderson, thank you so much. To damn grandma indeed. Does everybody know why I said damn grandma and where it actually comes from? Let me know in the comments section if you know. Put the, I don't know, put a penguin emoji. So going back now quickly over to the price of Luna Classic, looking good. Let's check Terra Luna because that tends to swing as well. Let's get USTC up and Adam. People like, who's Adam? Right. Looking good. Not too shabby because it was in a huge downtrend, a big death spiral for a while. And now it's come back up. So fingers crossed. Luna Classic leads the pack on this one, because if we look at all the facts, we look at all the evidence, and we look at what is actually going to happen instead of just going, oh, it's gonna go to the moon. We need to actually look at the facts. What's going to happen? A lot of people are going to stake their coins. So it's going to create movement volume. And then your coins are also going to be moved from the circulating supply. So it's really interesting. And as to what the hot wallet's going to do and what these users that are possibly behind this are going to do is going to be really interesting. And what happens to the USTC and Anchor protocol as well is quite interesting in itself. I'm just going to check Twitter, folks, see what's going on over here. I have a little sippy sip of my drinky drink. Oh, lovely. It's raspberry lemonade, just in case you was all wondering. Gee, 708 people in here. I'm kind of nervous. No, I'm only joking. I'm not really. So yeah, Twitter's really, really quiet, which is surprising. I thought it would be booming. I thought a lot of the influencers actually would be holding these live events and being there for the community in these times. And I'm going to run this hopefully until staking's enabled, but I'm going to probably run it for at least an hour to an hour and a half past the actual blocks until staking, to just try and ensure that A, you guys all are happy and you can stake. B, I'm going to stake my coins, upload the video to my computer, and I'm going to show you how I staked my coins, where I staked my coins, and I'll be fully transparent with that as well. And then I'm going to be messaging Hippie tonight and letting him know once the staking's enabled, he can re-enable the smart contract system, which will re-enable all of the people that have got Luna Punks, which is a lot of people, by the way. It was a multi-million-pound NFT project, by the way, before the capitulation, folks. They suffered just the same. And the reason why so many people suffered was because the blockchain was great. Because people have bought in at like 32p, $5, $10, $20, and the coin went up to $116 a coin just because the system's so good. Like, where do you get fees as cheap as you do on this system? I think, is Doge fee free? I'm unsure. Wayne, Eli, thank you so much. It is martini time. I always appreciate your replies on Twitter. Don't think that I don't notice all you different community members, because I really do, and I do try to mingle in with you all as much as I can. And I have to deal with a lot of stigma from certain people, which is totally normal, but at the same time, I fight through that because I'm here for you folks. I'm not here to best serve the developers. I'm here to best serve the community, and if someone's playing up, if something's gone wrong, we're going to be telling you folks, and it's as simple as that. There's no other way to go about it, and I'm not going to be one of these people that are silenced or are made to delete content because someone's not happy with it. The channels are for the community, and I would never ever intentionally just lie to you folks. How nasty is that? I mean, I've been used by multiple people throughout the recent weeks to they've lied to me and used me as a weapon against other people, which is just not on. It's horrible when people do that, and I don't understand why people drag HCC into their dramas. And yeah, we're all about positive movement here. It's all about moving up, moving onwards, positive movement, positive momentum, and just looking back every so often going, yeah, today's another day, we become better, we are better, and everything like that. Folks, let me know what you're sipping on in the comment section. Got a few vodkas in that raspberry lemonade. I can't drink, sadly, Pukey, because of the medication that I'm on, and it's just one of those ones. I would so much love to have a beer. It would be great that it would be a great thing if someone threw a huge lunk party once, like, all of the staking got re-enabled and things like that. Sorry about the clicking, folks. I'm just trying to get my medication bottle open. There we go. Wide open. Always stay positive. 100%. There's no other way to go about things, in my opinion. Why would you want to dwell on negative things? If there's negative things to be said and addressed, what I always tend to do is address it all in one video and make sure that folks know that this stuff is happening and make you aware of it. So when you get to it, you're not like, oh, we didn't know that was going to happen. Whereas, you know, I always prepare you for everything and anything that should pop up. You folks should be in a position where you can sit there and go, well, HappyCattyCrypto told us about this. Yeah, he did. Shout out my Twitter, please. Yeah, of course I can. So my Twitter handle's this one, folks. Always be very careful. It's HappyCatCrypto, spelled like this. Ugh. Oh, this medicine's god-awful stuff. It's like cough mixture from when you were like 5 years old. Ugh, it's the worst. You start pulling like the funny eyes, like someone's just squirted lime juice or cordial in them. Sorry about the swooshing noise, folks. But yeah, this is my official Twitter handle, so make sure you're following the correct one, just in case anybody was wondering. What is dead may never die. Exactly, and I like this. I know it's a saying that comes from a film, and it's just a made-up film or whatever. A film? What's wrong with me? Comes from a series, as if I haven't watched Game of Thrones. Who's looking forward to... I think there is a movie coming out soon, isn't there? But there's also the series coming out, or has come out. Is it House of the Dragon? Someone let me know, bro. You pill popping? No, it's just back medication. They're painkillers. Oh, raving! I have to turn all of my LED lights on to rave mode. Put the Corsair IQ unit on to flash down. Grandma, thank you for that donation. I really appreciate it. I'm shocked at the amount of you that are in here. I honestly thought you'd all be out partying tonight, but obviously you're all here. You want to support what's going on. 232 blocks, 31 blocks. Woohoo! It's looking really good, folks. I'm sat rubbing my hands. Sorry, I need to stop doing that. Would you believe, right? So when I talk, I do a lot of hand gestures. I don't know if other people do this, but I was sat thinking, I was like, God, they would think I'm weird if they could see what my hands were doing half the time. Sorry, excuse me, half the time. That is the shooting pains going up my back. God, good Lord. Sorry about that, folks. I didn't want you to hear me making the funny noises, so it's not a nice feeling. And now I have hiccups, which is absolutely perfect for the live stream. 222 blocks, folks. I'll be back shortly. I'm just going to get rid of my hiccups. That was honestly the worst. I'm sorry about that, folks. Hiccups are probably one of the most hated things for, like, it's like a pet peeve of mine. Some people don't like, you know, putting the small pan on the big hob. That's kind of a pet peeve of somebody that I've met once before, but mine's hiccups, and they really, really hurt for some reason with a bad back, as you can imagine. Well, a broken back. As you can imagine, with the shooting pains, it's absolutely horrible. 207 blocks until staking, folks. Hang in there. It's looking good. Let me know in the comments section if you folks keep going on your phones and, you know, double checking to see if you can stake or not. Let me double check on my phone. Lunk's trying to make a move up, is it? No. Why is crypto.com always delayed? Has anybody noticed this? CEXs are like how you get rid of hiccups. Right, I've got a really, really good trick for you folks. You'll never believe this one. Someone taught me this once before, okay? You need to get a pair of headphones, put them in your ears, then get a bottle of water, okay? Drink the bottle of water and hold your nose at the same time and keep drinking until you run out of breath and your hiccups will go. Obviously, catch your breath and stuff, but yeah, so looking really good. But let me know what you folks think. Do you think it's going to happen on the dot? Is it going to be after? It's going to be before? Is staking enabled now? It's definitely not, because I keep checking. And folks, remember to use the TerraStation app, not the desktop application, because it's going to be, well, it's been problematic using the TerraStation app for quite some time. May I ask you something? What is the difference between Lunk burning and Shiba burning? Well, they're two different coins. Well, Shiba's not even a coin, it's a token. But there's no they're not the same, the two coins. They're two different coins, but the burning is the same. Yes, they are both burnt the same ways, removed from the CS and TS. So yeah, let's have a look. Let's have a look. See if we can stake, yeah. So folks, let me know in the comment section who you're going to be staking with. Like I said, I'm going to be staking 50% with all nodes, 50% with Lunk DAO. Are we looking? Can we stake? Can we stake? No, still can't take. But fingers crossed though, folks. Hang in there. So let's see what's going on Twitter. Yeah, absolutely quiet. I honestly wouldn't have thought this. I would have thought LUNCDAO would have held a Twitter space. I know he's been very active on promoting the movement, pushing the movement forward and stuff like that. It seems a lot of people are going to be with LUNCDAO. It's a really good idea because I think he's going to be burning, is it 49% of the revenue or 51% of the revenue and keeping the other? I can't remember, but it's one or the other. But either way, they will be burning coins, which is really, really good. I see so many people in here. Interstellar Lounge and all nodes. Yeah, Interstellar Lounge. We can go on and look at the different nodes if you want, folks. So you can just see all of the commission rates. I'll just leave it on a scroll quickly. I'm just going to sort Happy out because she's needing to be put on a ventilator. 2 seconds, folks. Hey folks, so as you can see, lots of different nodes, lots of different staking platforms and different commission rates and stuff like that. So always remember the commission rate is the amount that the node takes from the cut, and then you obviously get the remainder. So always do your own due diligence, always do your own research. I'm staking with all nodes because they supply a lot of the nodes. I'm going to be getting my node from them and then handing it obviously to the LUNACLASSIC SG group. So The other person is Lunkdale for obvious reasons. I've supported Lunkdale since the beginning of this, and he was the first person to start burning LUNACLASSIC, believe it or not. Like, the first proper entity and the first community cost-free burn initiative that doesn't directly affect actual people. 160 blocks, folks. What is going to happen on that countdown? Excuse me. Whoever burns the most, can you stake medium rare? I wish I had a medium rare steak right now. I could really go for a smokehouse kind of experience. I think would be quite nice. Maybe some brisket and burnt ends, something like that. Little bit of barbecue sauce. Stop it, Jay. Stop talking about food. This is all about crypto. So, folks, let me know what other cryptos that you folks hold. What do you hold other than LUNACLASSIC? Do you hold USTC? Because my opinion of USTC, as you folks know, is it's heavily controlled by whales. So yeah, it's not really a good one to buy into, in my opinion. So always be careful when you are buying into coins. But let me know what other coins you folks believe have the possibility to go to the moon in the future. I think that's what people call it, going to the moon, right? And really, in space terms, the moon's quite close. Maybe we should go to, I don't know, somewhere outside the universe. Somewhere like that. Somewhere outside the universe. Somewhere outside our galaxy. Gah! Jesus. Yeah, he's out there too, likely. Oh, look, we was there earlier. Oh, we're not no more, thank goodness. 147 blocks. I'm keeping it on this page now. I'm so excited. Pizza is shaped like a coin. Coin is related to crypto. You're right, and I may have to order a pizza just because of what you've said. My friend just came back from New York, actually. If anybody lives in New York, I think it's called Paquito's Pizza. He said it was the best pizza he's ever had in his whole entire life. He brought me a hat back. He loved it so much. Must have been good pizza. I mean, who doesn't love pizza, right? I never really looked at it as thinking, well, it is coin-shaped. So some places sell square pizza though, remember that? There are square shaped coins, I think. God, just think about food. So what do you folks think? What do you folks think is going to be the reaction on the price? Do you believe it's going to shoot up and go to the moon? Do you believe it's going to dump? What do you think? And let me know if you folks have moved all of your coins to Terra Station to stake, or if you've left some on standby in a CX just in the case it goes to the moon or something like that. I've said go to the moon a couple of times. You get someone cut this out now and be like, he said it's going to the moon, look. Oh, goodness. So yeah, what I would like to see is a harsh drop in this circulating supply, to be quite honest. And a lot of people have obviously said it's going up, and it's going up, but from what we know now, it's rewards being withdrawn from the Oracle pool, and you can see the Oracle rewards pool here. As you can see, it's been going down over time, and all of these coins are not in the circulating supply. They get added back every time a validator withdraws rewards. So do remember that one, folks. It's very, very important that, like I said, you understand exactly what it is you're invested in. And yeah, so a lot of people want to see it pump. A lot of people think it's going to lose a zero. That'd be really nice. That'd be really, really nice. I mean, we've all held bags for so long, and we have so much more to give than what we've done so far. And this is only the beginning. This is the beginning of building anew. Bring in all of the utility that was there before, like Orion Money staying. The one people that openly said they're setting the sun on their projects, and now they're not. It's as simple as that. And it obviously goes to show this project's got huge potential, huge potential. And like a lot of people say, history repeats itself, but you know, it could repeat itself, and it could go to that again. And just because we're limited by our market cap on what we can actually reach price wise doesn't actually mean we can't still make really substantial gains. I think someone figured it out before that. I can't remember what they said it was doable. Oh, who knows? But it's not like we can't make considerable gains. So it's going to be really interesting. 114 blocks, almost in that last 100 blocks until staking. Oh my goodness. So people saying about nodes that are still jailed, it just means they're not online yet. And possibly, maybe there's, for some reason, you can't spin up a node until staking's re-enabled or something crazy like that. I don't know, but likely you'll see a lot of these become unjailed all of a sudden and start making moves. So it's going to be totally normal. We can see 4.Bullchain down here. He's been a strong supporter of the overall movement himself. I've done a lot of back and forthing with him, and he's always said to me, you know, I'm going to be upgrading, and he's always been really open about it. So kudos to him. I might even delegate a meal with him too and split it between 3 people. Jay, what price prediction do you see on Lunk? Dude, chill out. Oh, damn. If you spam the chat like that, folks, I'm just going to have to remove you and we go forward because, you know, it's a chat. Don't spam it. We don't give price predictions here for a good reason. If it's not $1 by the morning, I'll be well, Lukey, you've got to remember, if it was $1 a coin right now, our market cap would be 6.9 trillion, and it's not going to be that, because all you need to do is go and look at the price of, you know, Bitcoin and all of the other coins. Look at the market caps. Okay, they're not even at $500 billion. So it just goes to show, you know, you've got to not go into this with that moon mindset. You've really got to look at things for what they are. Look at the facts, understand what a market cap means. And for each coin to be worth $1 would mean our market cap is what our total supply is, or our circulating supply. So you can sort of see why the burning's important, but also why the my head's gone. But it's also important that we get utility. I see something on my other screen come up. It was like an alert message about the stream's current bitrate. It's like, here were your warnings. I don't want to see them right now. 89, 88, folks, counting down. It's like New Year's Eve, isn't it? It's like New Year's Eve. 843 people in here, folks. Please smash that like button for me. I really appreciate it. It really does help our reach. Help us get up there, you know, with these other influencers that have looked at us as kind of a joke. And, you know, we're here to change, in my opinion, how influencers should be. Not just this copy and paste, same influencer, same style, same BS, same clickbait, and actually bring something worthwhile to the crypto community. I mean, even watcher gurus heavily controlled by what they post and when they post it and stuff like that. And it just goes to show how much the media and the higher beings and stuff that are out there want to get their claws into crypto, because why wouldn't they, right? It's kind of like the tobacco industry when it all started out. Like, everybody wanted to get involved, and now look at the tobacco industry and how they get their claws into vapes and stuff like that. And it's all about being honest in this game, in my opinion. So 76 blocks. Oh my sweet giddy aunt. Can I say giddy aunt? Is that okay? There's some words you can't say on YouTube, which is really interesting. I have a list, like taped to the desk of like words you can't say, which is really interesting. That you have to abide by all of these things on YouTube, but it's really nice to see that it's not just myself on the classic net that's going to be burning coins. It's LUNCDAO as well, and when you do something like this, you take on a huge responsibility yourself. It's never easy to do what we do and come forward and put ourselves in the positions that we do put ourselves in, because we become part of the firing line as well as being part of a community. And yeah, diamond hands. It's all about being diamond handed, folks. Do you want to know my exit plan? Do you want to know my exit strategy? Is that something you folks would be interested in, to know when I'm going to, you know, sell out, or when I'm what my plans are, how much I've left on the exchange, how much I've got to stake and stuff like that, let me know. Just going to take a quick sip. $61 blocks there, folks. Really, really close now. So, as a lot of you know, I bought my coins at the bottom, and I bought mine for, they work out at around £4.80 per 1 million. And I've got 7.1 million coins. I've left 2 million on the exchange in case of a huge pump. And then I've left the rest on Terra Station. And what I'm going to do is delegate to 3. Okay, I'm going to delegate to 3 different people. I'm going to delegate to LUNCDAO, All Nodes, and ThorChain.bull. And this is because I like these 3. I like the projects. I like the people behind them. I trust them. I understand that they are good people. They're part of the movement, and they've always sort of been there throughout all of this. And All Nodes in themselves have, when they upgraded, that was huge for me. That was so huge because the person who provides the blocks, well, it does provide blocks because they're a validator, but just saying to all of the people and all of the other validators, well, I upgraded, you know, I've upgraded all our nodes, and it just goes to show, doesn't it, that our movement's so much stronger than any other movement out there, and we're always trending on Twitter, like always. There's never really a time when we're not trending on Twitter. As you can see there, Lunk and LUNACLASSIC. So it just goes to show 45 blocks until staking. Are you excited? Are you all excited? So do remember, folks, it's an estimated time. That's why I'm here. That's why the live stream's happening today. And I'm here to traverse this with you. And I'm going to be refreshing all the time to see if I can stake my LUNACLASSIC coins. And the second staking gets re-enabled, like I said, I'll be working on getting Lunapunk's staking back online via the smart contracts. And it's really important that that comes back because it's a utility in itself that keeps liquidity on the blockchain. You can only buy a Lunapunk with LUNACLASSIC. You know, they go into your Terra Station wallet. They're part of the system. It's a well thought out NFT program, and it just shows exactly why they were so expensive before the capitulation. I mean, the floor prices on them were absolutely insane for some of them. And we have a contraband punk that's been donated to HTC. And I'm going to do a video on this contraband punk. You folks are going to love it. It's come directly out of a vault. And the reason why it's called a contraband punk is because its rarity is like uber duper high. Uber duper high. So, ooh. Okay, so I've just had a message come up when I go to stake. Cannot read properties of undefined message. Reading message. I'm going to go to my Play Store and I'm going to see if there's an application update. I advise everybody else to do the same just in case. Make sure all of your stuff is up to date. Let's go back into the Terra Station, folks. See what's going on. Okay, go into stake. I'm going to tap on all nodes. Okay, I've got that up now. Will it let me delegate? That's the biggest question. Let me see. Failed to execute message. So still waiting, folks. I'll keep checking for you every minute. I assure you of that. You are not alone out here. So how's the price looking? Anybody know? Should I check? Okay, looking good, looking good. So like I said, what I want to see is us holding up here now. And a lot of people are under the belief that removing a lot of coins from the circulating supply could have a good effect on volume, price, and everything like that. And I shouldn't see why not. So a lot of people, do you know how long your coins get staked for? Does everybody know the time lengths behind it all? So there's not. You just stake your coins by delegating them. And then when you want to undelegate them, you can undelegate them. But that you have to wait 21 days. But when you want to redelegate them, okay, you can just do that straight away. You can move from a validator to the next one. Okay, but then you have to wait 21 days. So just so you folks know exactly what's going on. 15 blocks until staking, folks. Looking good, looking good. So topped out just there. Looking good. Yeah, it's all looking good, folks. Like I said, I'm going to keep double checking everything, making sure I'm refreshing the app. Because the Terra Station application itself does a kind of like internal update all the time. Sometimes I go in and it says, you know, updating. Please wait. So let's see if we can delegate yet. Come on and set me free. Ooh. Nope, not yet. Still checking. Still checking. 8 blocks, folks. Counting down. We have come so far as a community. We have just come so far as a community, and I just can't enough with you all. It's insane. We've done the unthinkable at this point. It's amazing. So I wish I had some kind of like, I don't know, visual effect or something for this. I've got a stream pad. I should probably make better use of it. Folks, if you've got drinks, if you're drinking an alcoholic beverage, whatever you're sipping it on, hold it up in the air with me right now and say, we are here. And as you can say, it's now flicked to active, folks. Okay, so just hang in there. It was an estimated block height. It may happen. It may not happen. If you're in here and you haven't smashed the like button, consider smashing it. Help more people get to this live stream. And we're going to keep checking. We're going to keep covering it. Folks, well done. You've come so far to get to where you have now. We are way over 5 million active wallets strong. We are the community that can. We're the community that will. And we are doing all of it. Folks, keep checking your applications and stuff like that, but do remember it was an estimated block height. Okay, could have been a little bit before, could have been a little bit after, so we'll see what's going on. I'm also going to now pop Vegas a little congratulatory message, see what's going on. How are we? How are we all feeling? Everybody happy? Everyone feeling, you know, confident in what's going on? Oh, someone said they've staked. Is that true? Can we confirm? Can we confirm? Ooh. Folks, I think it might be up. Let's see. I'm submitting it. Oh, it's broadcasting the transaction. It's active. Oh my goodness. Woohoo! Well done, folks. Absolutely well done. I'm staking my coins right now. This is absolutely insane. This is great. I just staked some with all nodes. I just staked some now with LUNACLASSIC as well. So let me find 4.ball chain. I want to stake a little bit with him. Okay, we go. Delegate. Oh, wow, folks. I can't believe it actually happened on the block. I'm shocked, and I'm glad I was here with you to make sure that it's all live again and everything's where it should be. Folks, we have done it. Oh, my sweet goodness. Just wow. Absolutely wow. So, absolutely well done, folks. I'm so proud of everybody that's part of this movement, and just seeing the delegations in my thing. So, oh, wow. This is looking great. Okay. Okay. Okay, here we go. So how are we all feeling? Let me know in the comment section. Did that go well or did it go well? Which one is it? I can't believe it. I have to call my parents after this as well and delegate their coins. So looking really good. Looking really good. Is there anybody having problems delegating coins? Let me know in the comment section. Folks, I can't believe we did it. It's absolutely insane. I'm just going to keep us on the price to see if it reacts. You know, there should be a lot of coins being removed from the circulating supply right now. So let me see my delegations. Delegate some more. I'm so happy. We've come so far as a community, don't you think? We really have done the unthinkable. It's looking really good. Oh, failed message with all nodes. What about other places, folks? I've noticed it let me do it once with all nodes. But I've just tried. No, yeah, I'm getting that same error message as well. I'm going to try staking a little bit now with somebody else. Folks, let me know. Keep me updated in the chat as to what's going on and stuff like that. Jay, you're a legend. Thanks, guys. Yeah, so I've just successfully delegated 2.5 million to another person. Oh, wow. Honestly, I can't believe this. Thank you all so much for just being here with us. And Twitter must be wilding out. Should we put a tweet out? Wow. I'm just wow. To have walked this journey with all of you folks is just beautiful in itself. I wouldn't have rathered it any other way. Just wow. Lungdao is jailed. Yeah, he may be until he activates the node. So, like I said, I'm now going to be going around speaking to lots of people and stuff like that. Yeah, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. Loving it. So I've posted it in a few places. Let's get it out there. Make sure people know. And that's it, folks. Really, we set out to do something and we did it. You know, when I started this, anyone can go back to my videos and listen to me in Vegas saying we're gathering people together in the background. We're pulling all the correct minds together and it's paid off. It really has paid off. And just to see that active is in itself just amazing. We are living in a time now where communities can do stuff. Communities can become better and they can do stuff. And let's take a look at the circulating supply. So hopefully we should start to see, once the system recalculates and people have staked all their coins, we should see movement on the circulating supply. So no movement yet from the Binance Hot Wallet neither, folks, but this in itself has just been great to traverse this with you folks. I really didn't think it was going to happen at that time. That was one of my biggest worries, that it wouldn't happen. And yeah, so you've all done amazingly well. I just can't. My respect goes out to all of you, because you could have just cut tail and run at any point, but you haven't. You've remained loyal. You've stayed with the cause, and we've got to something. Hopefully this is not a dream. Hopefully, yeah, Binance is having a blockchain halt, I'm sure. So is crypto.com and other places like that, until they see the network is stable again, which it seems to be stable. So it shouldn't be long until it all comes back, folks. Do remember that it does say in those announcements it is coming back on and it's not permanent. So, folks, I don't really want to go, but I'm going to stay for a little bit more. Should I stay for a little bit more? Should I go? Let me know in the comment section. There's 920 something people here. I'm shocked. I've never had this many people here before. So it's just huge kudos to you all. I can't say this enough. And You're all awesome people. You're just so awesome. We've come so far as a community. Wow. I've got so many people ringing me. Folks, I'm going to have to go. I've got to. There's so many people calling me, and don't leave. Oh, I'm going to stay for a little bit more. Okay, I'm staying. I won't go. I'm staying. So, wow, just wow, you know. Going back to just before to everything, I just remember being sat there with a tinfoil hat on and people looking at me like I was crazy. Like, why is this guy even talking about a dying coin? And it's just had so much potential to come back. It needed it. It really did need it. It's amazing. Folks, let me know in the comment section who you're staking your coins with, who you've staked your coins with, and things like that. And let me know if you're going to be redelegating your coins to our community node once it's up and running next month. And it seems like with how we've reached the staking block at the correct height, it was pretty much instant, wasn't it? I mean, it was pretty much instant. So hopefully it's the same for new validators, and we will be prepared, ready on the day, on the hour, on the minute now, because seeing what we've seen with staking shows us exactly what we're in for. And yeah, LUNACLASSIC's validator is now active, folks. I have just realized that as well. So yeah, I mean, I think a lot of them have got 0% commission rates because they're just going to try and rope a lot of people in as quick as they can, if that makes sense. Which is totally normal. I know it's a tactic used by a lot of different nodes, is to rope you in early with commission rates and then increase it daily or every so often. So yeah, it's really interesting to see that. So I've just been going through delegating my coins. So I've delegated with a few people. To tell you the truth. So I've delegated with Interstellar Lounge, Orion Money, All Nodes, Thorchain.bull, and LUNCDAO. So I've really split mine out across a lot of things, and people are saying we're already getting rewards, and yeah, it works like that, and you can withdraw them daily. But I think a lot of people withdraw them every 3 days and stuff like that. So folks, you're now able to earn passive income on your bag. But guess what else you're allowed to do now? That's right, you know, you can vote properly on all proposals now, okay? You're not excluded anymore. You're fully allowed to vote. Like, you've got all these great things coming back. Like, it's just everything. My SG group must be buzzing right now. And I can see a lot of the people from the SG group in here. I really appreciate you folks. Obviously, I'm not going to name people for obvious reasons because, you know, they can be targeted like any other people in the space. So really huge thanks for all of them, and I'm just really happy for you all overall, because I didn't do this for me. I don't do this for money. I've done this for you, and it just goes to show that it's paid off. Like, I wasn't just talking nonsense the whole way through, and we wasn't just sat there bickering and arguing and moaning and everything else in between. We're just why jailed? Jailed means that it's just not active. So yeah, why not active on Binance? Binance and every certain CXs are going through the update. So crypto.com doing the update could possibly mean that, you know, they put the 3568 burn tax. God, my head went really funny then. So yeah, I'm so excited. That's why. Oh, all the blood's getting to me. Not been this excited for months. Just been sat in this chair. So folks, if you're out, you're somewhere, you're having a drink with friends and family, do have one for me. Cheers those glasses together and just have one for me, because I can't go out nowhere. I'm trapped inside, and you've all made everything for me just so much better, and I feel like I would just be wasting away in bed if I wasn't talking to you folks and helping you folks and informing you folks as to everything. So this really goes to show, doesn't it? Terra Rebels developers, okay, have it all under control. because the developers are the ones that have done all the coding, all the work, and they've really put in so much into these updates. So we really owe the developers a huge thank you for making this all happen. And I have no doubt the system is receiving a lot of broadcasts right now, and it could be a situation where it crashes, but it just doesn't seem to be like that. And from what I've seen from the system, it doesn't. There's so many nodes operating that each one of them themselves offer manpower to the blockchain to use to commit new blocks and do certain things. So it's all one big bubble, because the more nodes, the more secure the network becomes, the less liable we are for an attack. So yeah, folks, remember, do not use the Terra Station extension. Use your phones, because I've tested it many of times on my other screen just now and it's still not working. Nothing's broadcasting and anything like that. So Don Lay, I thought we would get a pump. Yeah, no, this is exactly what I was explaining to people, and that all that's happening is you're moving coins. They're being removed from the circulating supply, and it is volume, and you may see a pump, you know, over the next couple of days, but it's all down to the utility that each validator has. And now each one of them can work on those utilities again, bring them back forward, use the system, utilize the coins, utilize the swapping features and stuff like that. And you're all earning rewards, okay, in LUNACLASSIC. So it's all about all of the utility kicking in and stuff like this. Shiba Inu have been burning coins for God knows how long, and they've done some really substantial burns, but it's never ever made the price go up. And that's because of the simple fact is you need people to use the coins, buy the coins, sell the coins, trade the coins, pay for services with the coins, sell items for LUNACLASSIC. It's all about the utility. If you had enough utility, right, there wouldn't be enough coins to go around, and it's as simple as that. You're wrong, Happy. PC wallet works fine. It must be mine then. I was doing it on my other screen, but it must just be mine. So yeah, interesting. So yeah, if that's working, folks, it's working. So just always be careful whatever you're doing, and make sure you double check everything and stuff like that. Do stay safe. There's going to be a lot of people who are going to be trying to scam you out of your money and stuff like that. Why not in desktop? It is more secure with the ledger. Yeah, but I just use a mobile app because it's so much easier, and a lot of the stuff that you do on other websites, you use QR codes. Like if I swap my wallet now and I want to connect, so I just go like that, and then I just go to my personal wallet. So let me get my personal wallet up for you, and I just, as simple as that. Oh, it's not a valid one. Ah. Oh, there we go. So then I'll connect my wallet, and it's as simple as that when you're doing certain things. So yeah, there's my two chimps, and I'm going to be staking both of these very, very, very soon. So yeah, really interesting. Really, really interesting. So yeah, folks, I really have to go. There's so many people calling me and contacting me and everything like that. So do stay safe out there. None of this is ever financial advice. I was happy to walk you through all of this, and just stay safe out there, okay? There's a scam for every kind of thing out there, and all kinds of crazy people. So folks, we will catch you in the next one. Stay safe out there. Beware scammers, doppelgangers, any pretending to be me. If you haven't subscribed here, consider subscribing. Help us reach more people, and we'll catch you in the next one. Thank you for attending. Thank you for the donation.